Stephen Covey researched people he identified as being effective because they had achieved goals and successes in life. He identified consistent habits amongst them that we can adopt to improve our own effectiveness. Habit 1, be proactive. Identify what you can control and influence and take action. Accept there are situations outside your control. Avoid spending your energy worrying. Accept you are in control of your response to every situation. As an example, you may be planning a barbecue at the weekend. You cannot control the weather. However, you can make plans that will allow you to carry on despite the weather, such as a marquee or planning to have a barbecue indoors and encouraging your guests to turn up whatever the weather. Habit 2, begin with the end in mind. Identify what it is that you are working towards, your key values. If people arrived at your 90th birthday, what would you want them to say about your life? Once we identify these, it allows us to work towards a clear, defined goal. So how happy are you with the main areas of your life? And what changes can you make for the better to improve the chances of that discussion on your 90th birthday being exactly what you want to hear? Habit 3, put first things first. We often spend our time working on things that are urgent. We get satisfaction out of this in the short term, and we're often required to do it for work. However, the greatest value comes from tasks that are important but not urgent. Important but not urgent tasks include things such as your revision. There's going to be great value in it. However, unless your exam is tomorrow, chances are you'll consider putting it off to the next day. Habit 4, think win-win. Life is not a zero-sum game. There doesn't need to be a loser in order for someone to win. We should look to work with others to make sure we're all happy with outcomes. Habit 5, seek first to understand and then to be understood. We all perceive things differently. Take a look at this dress. Chances are you've seen it before. You might be looking at a dress that's white and gold, maybe blue and gold. Or for you, maybe it's black and blue or grey and blue. Whatever you are seeing is your reality. However, others will see the same image in a different way. Effective people will seek to understand other people's point of views before going on to tell their perspective. So when you're having conversations, listen to understand rather than thinking about what you're going to say next. Habit 6, synergize. When we work together and play to one another's strengths, we can produce more than the sum of our individual outputs. How many Tom Hanks films can you think of on your own? Just give you a moment to draft some answers. Chances are you're going to come up with a list of films that you've watched, maybe watched recently, and probably that you've enjoyed. Tom Hanks has been acting for some time, and if we speak to different people, we'll all recall different films. Working together in a group will mean we come up with a much longer list than maybe two individuals working separately. Habit 7, sharpen the saw. There was a boy walking through a woods, and he saw a man cutting down a tree. The boy continued his walk, and as he came back, he saw the man still there. This time, he was still cutting down the tree, but his saw had gone blunt. The boy said to the man, "Hey, why don't you stop and take a break and sharpen your saw?" And the man said, "I can't stop, I'm too busy, I've got to cut down this tree." If we think about this for our own lives, we often find ourselves like hamsters on a wheel, going round and round, and we need to take time to get off the wheel and stop and focus on ourselves. This helps us be alert, learn and develop new skills, also helps us be more organised by things such as clearing your desks and setting new goals.